All right, welcome back to the Campfire Podcast Digital. Even though we're not even in COVID, we're back digitally because we're hardworking college students. You feel me? Grown men, at least almost soon to be. I'm about to be 21. He just turned 20, the little youngin. So, are you ain't turned 20 yet?
Nah, 20 this September.
Astaghfirullah. Well, so he's a baby, but you feel me? We in college in different parts right now. Where you in? I can't even speak properly. Where are you right now, Christian?
I am
state-wise.
I'm I'm at home right now.
See, he back in Jersey. I'm over here in this same whack state known as Pennsylvania. The city Philly.
Minimum wage.
Honestly, the city Philly is it's pretty decent. I got good reasons to be here. I got some good reasons to be here, like my friends and anyway, I got some good reasons to be here. So, point is, we're back, kind of. So, let me take off the glass to be serious for a second. So, if y'all have not seen, we normally have the podcast in person, but because of certain circumstances, as in the way my school works, I have to be here during the summer, and then I would be on a job for the next 6 months or however. So the next 2 years are about to be pretty busy for all of us, all three of us. That's another thing. Julian is still a part of the podcast. He might not be here, but he's still a part of the podcast unless we decide to fire him.
He's on thin ice.
Yeah, honestly, because, fuck that guy. I'm kidding.
Where my money at, bro? I know you're looking at this video right now. Where my money?
Not to worry about money at. Listen, apparently Christian told me, Julian, that you beat him in a game of Overwatch, or he beat you in a game of Overwatch.
Oh, that's false.
And
never mind, that's false.
And you ain't give him his money, so he said either run it back or give him his money. That's what I heard though.
See, that's what's it called? That's fake news, and I gotta eat, so
I gotta eat.
What are we talking about? But
yeah. So the next we're just gonna be busy. So we're just gonna show up when we can. If we don't have a video, we don't have a video. If we have a video, we have a video.
Yeah, we're basically just gonna
pretty much it.
Regardless of like if we all could be here or not, we're just gonna record anyway, and that's how it's gonna be.
Sometimes you might have all three of us. Sometimes you might have two. You might have a podcast with me and Julian. You might have a podcast with Christian and Julian, or just me and Christian. Or just Christian and Julian. I guess.
Looser podcast.
Very loose. Well, not too loose. Honestly, there's a theme line. There's a trend to it. Because, we're talking about uploading and everything. And as you know, social media is now a huge part of all of our possible future careers. You feel me? You being an illustrator major, me being graphic design. Julian, wait, what is Julian's major? Oh, God.
He's environmental science. Yeah,
he is?
Yeah.
I actually didn't. I feel bad now. I actually didn't know his major.
What did you think he was?
I thought he was like a lawyer or like a law. Or I swear he was doing like doctor.
I think he was considering that at some point.
Okay.
But, that would be a Julian thing to do. He would be like a. Yeah.
He would be a lawyer.
But he's doing environmental science. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, but he's also an editor. So, social media. So we all got our little social media grind, but we're also trying to find the balance between that and college and life and all that, and it's very hard. Yeah. So my question to you, Christian, is like, what is like how has your what's the word? Oh God. I'm acting like I've never been in an episode of podcast before. It's crazy. How's your journey with you trying to do social media and everything like that?
So I guess from the last time, which was back in January, I started like working on that stuff a lot. I actually had like the best January I ever had, like ever. Cause usually I hate January. I don't know why. It's just like I don't know. I just hate January. But I was trying to post my art more on Instagram, so I was doing that, and then I started streaming too on Twitch, like for my PS5. So me and Julian were like doing streams of like this game we play.
Yeah, sometimes I pop up in the chat. Y'all should go check out his Twitch stream over there.
Yeah, it'll be like in the description or something like that. So that's kind of what I was doing for a while. I got into like a flow of posting or doing like a quick like I guess like piece of art. It will take me around between like 3 to 6 hours usually, and then I would just like post a time lapse of it. At least on TikTok, I'll post a time lapse of it, and then what I would do was, I would like do commentary like whatever I did. Like, I think I did. Oh, I did Avatar. Avatar was my first one. When Avatar came out, like in January, I did like a piece on that because it was for my newspaper, and I was like, I'll just do like content about that or whatever. So I just talked
Yeah, I
about the
remember that.
movie.
That was sick.
Yeah, I just talked about it was cool. I just talked about the movie for a little bit for like a minute, and then just posted that, and then I did that. I think I stopped around like March or so, cause it was a lot to just like do like an extra piece of art on top of schoolwork, and then for the streams we were streaming like Wednesday, like every Wednesday, or every other Wednesday if we weren't like free or available that day. So most of it was just like me posting my art. I posted my art like the most I ever did like in my life ever. But it was cool because I mostly got like positive feedback.
Yeah.
And it was good to get into like the habit of it. And now I haven't posted in a while. I should.
Well, no, technically
What?
you're still streaming. You just haven't posted like
Oh, yeah.
any art like TikToks in a minute.
Oh yeah, I haven't posted any art. I didn't make one. I don't think I posted it though. Like I made one because I was doing like I'd made like a Harry Potter piece, and then I was like, this would be like a little series. So I divided it into 3 different parts. But then the last part just like it just got corrupted or something, so it just disappeared.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I was supposed to full time lapse, and then I have yet to do that. And I also wanted to just like post like the last bunch of like art I did like the last bit of the semester. I didn't post. I didn't post like 2 things. And I started doing animations too, and I posted like the beginnings of me doing that, but I didn't post like some other stuff I did. But then currently I'm working on like this Spider-Verse art that I really want to get done.
Yeah.
Because I want to
Name's Obi.
Yeah, I want to post that and then make like a YouTube video of that, like a really nice YouTube video talking about Spider-Verse. And I'm working on an animation that's gonna take a while from one of our streams that me and Julian did, like back in June. So those are my 2 projects right now. That's
valid.
That's what we're working on.
That's tough. So would you say like you could see yourself like doing more of that like in the future, like more frequently once you have more time?
Yeah, I mean I have the time now. It's just like I got into not like a rut, but I was like doing things, but it was more so I was like doing things like a checklist. Isn't that fun? So I was trying to find the fun again, even like in streaming, because I got like a capture card, so then I could like connect my PS5 to my laptop, so I could just stream with the software I would be using. What I usually would be using if I was like streaming like a game that was like on my laptop, because there's like more customization like features and stuff like that. It was just kind of I just had to like get back into like why I want to do in the first place, and then kind of just keep going from there. So I'm definitely gonna keep doing it though. Like I'll make the time for it.
You said what?
No, I just said I'll make the time for it.
Valid.
Man's gotta eat.
Man's gotta eat. We'll talk more about that later in the podcast. You feel me? Man's gotta eat. But no, I feel that. I wish I was that productive, kind of like with mine. Mine is a bit different, more behind the scenes. As you know, I do custom shoes, so I got like 3 shoe TikToks made. But the issue is, I don't have a lot of money. And customizing shoes takes a lot of money, even if I'm doing them for order or not. Like it's this costly to do. So then I want to be able to like grind out videos, like be able to post a TikTok a day or a YouTube video with like not a day, but like a weekly. You feel me? Probably not YouTube videos because those take more creative ideas and effort. But like a nice, satisfying TikTok, I want to do that like daily. Like I just want to, or like at least every other day, frequently, because that's how you stay on the algorithm, especially if it's good. So right now I'm just building up a catalog But since January, actually, I've been kind of off social media. I can't lie. Like I haven't posted even anything on my Instagram since like April or May. Like that was the last time I posted something on my Instagram, just because I've been busy. Like I was taking 20 credits in January to March. Then I took 18 credits along with trying to create a portfolio and learn how to code and do all of that by the end of June. And then I did it decently, but then I got that in, and now I gotta go through co-op process round B and get the portfolio and everything ready for that. So it's a lot. Once I have more time though, and also a different place, because as you can tell, I'm still in the college dorm, and even though that's also my side, because I have a room to myself, so I got, as you can tell, my music stuff. Yeah, you feel me? Don't mind the mess. I just came back today, but
let's look at the mess.
Why do you gotta do? There's no reason to. You feel me? Got shoes, basic shoes. Got cleaning things. Man, likes to smell good. Music. And then bed. Music and then bed.
There's bed, floor, and me. That's it.
That's it. I don't even know what's on the bed. I think that's like a blanket. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Point is, yeah, it's just once I get like my new apartment, once I move into there, I know I'm gonna be there for a long time, like a year or so. So I could set things up, set things down. I actually have like a bit of an office space, and then use it. I also don't have a desktop or a Windows computer. And if y'all don't know anything about Mac, listen, Apple, I love you, because y'all are working for me right now, and I don't want you not to work, okay? I'm talking mainly my computer, because I'm doing everything right now on my laptop, and I am so afraid that she's gonna explode one day. I'm not gonna lie. The amount of time she would just be hollering in class. I'm talking about I opened up my screen and it's just like 24/7.
That's one thing that I had to get, because around January, I don't know why it didn't occur to me before. Like I just didn't research enough. But the laptop I had, like, for the past, I think since like 2020, the things I wanted to do, it was just not possible. I was like, bro, I don't think I'll be able to like do like most of the things I want to on here. And it was such a quick like realization. I was like, bro, why didn't I think of this before? And I just didn't. And I was like, damn. But like I just didn't know at the time, because I think I was looking into like making videos or streaming, and I was like, okay, so you need like this like specification for like what's the example? Like your laptop uses like RAM to like do anything, and some laptops come with like 4, some come with like 32. Mine came with like 4, but then like I want to use like a design program that uses like at least 8, and I can't even use it because I don't even have that much. So I'm like, can't use that. Make videos, this program, I can't do that because my shit's gonna explode if I try. Streaming,
see, and that's the thing.
I can't even do
that. And that's another thing too. It's like if I wanted to stream, I need a desktop. And like I said, Apple, I love you because you're working for me right now. I know you're trying your best. You got it. You got it, MacBook. Because I got a MacBook Pro. If I had a MacBook Air, it's wraps. I wouldn't be able to like get half the work in my major done. But between all the Adobe suites and all the music stuff and recording stuff that I have on here, my computer, like, I'm surprised it's being able to run this smoothly, because I'm like, it's going through a lot. Exactly. She's a trooper, and that's what I'm saying. Apple, I love you, but I'm going to need an upgrade, because Apple is good for 2 things: music and some form of the tech art world. Like, if you're coding, maybe not coding. If you're doing like art or anything that's like not program heavy, get a Mac. And music. Music is program heavy, but it's different. But because the audio, like the music and audio and everything that's partnership with Apple works very well. It works beautifully. But everything else, you could pretty much use a Windows or whatever computer you have, and it would work better. Like, don't game on the Apple computer. Even a desktop, don't ever game on an Apple computer.
It doesn't work that well.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Don't, like, even graphic art. The only reason why I would give it to Apple right now is because of Pro Tools. Or not Pro Tools, Procreate. That's the one.
Yeah.
That app
Procreate.
on that iPad, whoo.
That's how I was doing like everything I was doing. I haven't used it in a while because I've been using the program called Affinity. Well, there's like Affinity Designer Photo for like if you want to do like photo editing or just like regular drawing. But I was using Procreate for like a good like year. Oh, I'm still using it. I just haven't used it in like I think I
But
haven't
I
used it
literally
since May.
so
But
Apple got me.
amazing.
Apple got me tight. You feel me? I forgot to do this while I was home, but I'll do it next time.
Oh,
Apple
the
got me
Apple
mad tight.
Pencil.
So my parents got me an iPad. I love you, parents. Shout out, y'all. I got myself an Apple Pencil, right, for said iPad, so I can do art.
Mhm.
Ain't nobody told me there was 2 generations of Apple Pencils. I went into the Apple store and said, "Hey, can I get an Apple Pen for my iPad?" She didn't even say, "Oh, what generation's your iPad? What iPen do you need or whatever?" She was just like, "Oh yeah, I got you," and gave me the recent one. And I said, "Thank you," because I'm thinking you just need an Apple Pen for your iPad. That's it. But no, everything that this country wants to do is scam me out your money. So then I go and try to use this, and it can't connect because I have a 9th generation iPad. And then the only 9th generation iPad can only use the 1st generation of the Apple Pen. And this is the 2nd. So then I'm like, what the ain't nobody gonna tell me that there's 2 generations and then the old. Yeah, no, I'm tight. I'm
Did you,
so tight.
Did you open it yet?
Oh, I opened it. Literally, I opened it, but
Oh.
then I put it back. Like I didn't destroy the box. Like it's still in here.
Oh, you-
So I'm gonna
Okay,
go
what
back
you
to the
doing?
Apple store and be like, say, can y'all just trade? Like, you're gonna scam me out of $50 because this is 150 and the first one is $100. But I don't care. Can you just take this back and give me the first one?
Return it, but this are well, not they might scam you again soon, mainly because the tips of the Apple Pencil when you're using it
Yeah,
like a lot
you're
it
using
wears
it.
out, so you gotta like buy more tips. Like I had to buy like a 3. I think I have like a 3-pack of tips, cause like my other one, I got my iPad like last year in May when I bought one, and then I think the Apple Pencil tip wore out by like September. Like you could see like the black. You'll see like a black tip part, and that's when you know it's like worn out. When it starts to
I
like
should've-
scratch your screen, that's when you should get like a new one.
Bro, I should have gone into engineering or
That's
what you're saying, something, like, bro. Like-
sometimes I wish maybe I should have just been like a construction
And-
worker or a mailman.
not even
Simple-
in construction.
simple
I'm
things.
thinking sometimes I should have just been an inventor because the way I could scam people with this type of bullshit. Let me relax. Because ultimately, that's not in my character. I'm not a scammer. I don't really like a lot of problems. That's why I'm so upset. Is because this is a problem and something I gotta fix. And I don't like a lot of problems. I like peace. I like happiness. But that brings us to our next topic. You can't lie. That was a smooth segue, bro. That was a clean segue, bro.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You act like you ain't got the doc right there.
Where I forgot. All right, continue.
That was a smooth transition, though, right?
It was alright. It was cool.
Let me know if that was a smooth transition to people listening. People listening, let me know if that was true. But basically, the next topic is what do you think people are more attracted to, or focused on to like nowadays? Personality, as in like behavior, traits, interest, or their character, as in their values, morals, and beliefs. And then, yeah. So which one do you think people are more likely to be attracted to? Because normally the question is like looks or personality, but now we're talking about if someone would rather you have a good personality or have good values. Of course, ideally both, but you know.
I think at first it's personality, because I think usually most people, like when they first see you or they first start talking to you, they'll like feel out your personality, because no one really knows your values when you first meet them, unless maybe they're just really good at reading you or you're like easy to read. But most people like don't really look for that at first. Really, like you'll just meet someone and then you'll kind of just like talk to them, and then you'll like see how they act and their personality or whatever as you're getting to know them. Like you'll kind of vibe check them basically, so you get to know their interests and everything like that. And then I feel like once you get to know them like on a deeper level, then you start to like figure out the why behind like all the things they do, like their motives or their motives or their like their values or whatever. More of their like their character. And I think you also see more of the character too as like you kind of experience like life with them more, like on like a deeper level. Like if you're just kind of like with them a lot, you'll just see kind of like how they act in the world and see if they're like, I don't know, see if like their words are matching their actions and vice versa, whatever. That's what I think.
I mean, I would have to agree. I would say nowadays though a lot. I think it really depends on like, cause some people make. This is not gonna sound bad, but like some people make like their values their personality. If you know what I mean. Like a lot of times, if you value something highly, it ends up becoming a part of your personality. So then they're kind of intertwined. Like I feel as though you, like, I'll say personality mainly because of the fact that back in the day, people used to be like, oh, my partner has to be like Christian or has to want to have kids or has to believe in this, believe in that, or whatnot. I feel as though that's not the case nowadays. A lot of people don't really care. Like, some people care a lot. Some people still care a lot. Like, a good amount.
I think that's also because of, like, social media, too. Because you're more, what's the word? Everyone's more accessible, and then you kind of see how people act more. So then, like, maybe not, like, intentionally, but you might see someone on social media doing something in any way, and you'd be like, oh, I didn't think about, like, acting like that for real. Like, maybe I don't have to act like this anymore. Because then you'll kind of, you'll be more open to, like, how people are. Like, imagine you're from, like, a small-ass town in Kansas. Like, the... like, middle America, right?
Like, and South Dakota.
And your whole town is just cousins, bro. Just
bro, that's crazy.
And, like, after a certain point, you know, your ideals are set from birth because it's like, who else is going to think different when you're around the same people all your life?
True.
And then, I don't know, one day in 2011, you get Twitter. And then you're like, oh.
Out of all the apps, Twitter, fam.
You'll get Twitter. And then you'll kind of see how people act on Twitter. And you're like, oh, word. I'm going to be like
word.
that guy.
No, you shouldn't. Okay, if you're from South Dakota, you're on Twitter, and you see somebody say the N-word, does not mean you should say it. Okay.
Didn't you know people in South Dakota don't got internet? They don't got nothing over there.
I mean, you're not wrong. Listen, the cable guy is also the gas. Is the guy at the gas station. Is also the guy at the electrical store. Is also the guy going to do your plumbing because they got a total of 10 people over there.
Everyone, that one guy's just running the whole town. That's just grasslands. They're in their own
grassland.
They're in their own world. You hear nothing going on in North Dakota. I mean,
listen, grasslands and stolen land. That's all they got over there. Is this stolen land and population of 20. It's crazy. But yeah, now I feel as though, but because of like social media, that's another reason why I think morals and character also play a higher role now, because you have so many justice warriors, like people that aren't trying to be problematic or aren't trying to be canceled, even behind the camera. Like, I'm starting to realize that a lot of people are so self-conscious or trying to be so politically correct. Like, everything is black and white, so then they hold like those same standards that they hold themselves to the like to their future partner. So then it's like even more important.
I think at a certain point too, it gets like too extreme, because like those types of people, like, it's like they're trying to somewhat keep the peace by being politically correct, but then like by doing that they might cause like more problems. Like, they're kind of like, they go like too extreme on the spectrum, and then it's like if I have like a different opinion that's like valid, that's not like disgusting or like toxic or anything like that. If it's just like a valid opinion, like they won't even listen to you, because it's just like their opinion to them is like just like a law. Like nothing can
nothing can change.
Yeah.
But that's another thing too. It's like, because you're so extreme, you're only seeing things in like black and white. Like, oh, they said this, that's problematic. One person got their feelings hurt. Everything's wrong. It's like, nah, it's like everything is kind of in a gray area. You feel me? Like, you can, like, some things are, yes, that's wrong. Like, clearly as a human being, you should say that's wrong. If you don't believe it's wrong, then we need to see what happened in your life to make you think that action wasn't wrong or whatever, or that phrase. Yeah. But a lot of the times it's not as clear. It's a lot
of just perspective. That's like,
yeah, honestly.
That's the biggest thing I learned so far. Just like, the past
Perspective
2
is
years,
everything.
that like nothing exactly is right or wrong. I mean, it just kind of depends on your perspective on things. Cause like I think there's certain things that are just kind of held in society that are just like wrong, like
True.
like murder, things like
Well,
that. Well, okay, that's what I mean, because it's your perspective on it. Like the context matters, and then
honestly,
so like one person, if they're more kind of like black and white on, they're just kind of like there are good people and bad people. So therefore, if bad person does bad thing, they are bad. Good person does good thing, they are good. But
good. But no, you can have a good person that does a bad thing and a bad person that does a good thing.
Yeah, and then you'll get into like argument like, what is good then? Like, what is bad?
Yeah, what is bad?
And
What is
then
life?
We'll get
What
into
is
basically my philosophy class, which honestly wasn't that bad. Like that college stereotype of like philosophy classes. I liked it low key. Like it was actually kind of fun.
I feel that's like the last term I took psychological problems for modern youth. That class was lit. The only thing I didn't like was how they talked about how everyone wants to secretly fuck their parents. Yeah, I'm not fucking with that theory. You never heard that theory in psychology?
I never heard that theory.
So okay, I forgot the name of it. I could look in my notebook and try and find it, but that's long. Basically, the theory is that what you look for in a partner is what
I've heard that.
what you viewed as a child. Like your mom
Yeah, I've heard that.
is someone that you're gonna look for, like the same qualities that your mom has, what you're gonna look for in a partner. Even if you're like traumatized by them, they say. But I don't fully believe that, cause ain't no way. I don't
know. I don't know about what you just said before. I guess that makes sense in the like the people who like raise you in a sense kind of instill like certain beliefs of how your partner should act in a way. Like
no, sorry,
because it's like
I don't like ever mixing up the whole family thing and relationship. I was like, no, just leave them separate, fam. Who created that dumb ideal? It made no sense.
I don't know if you should search out your future wife based on your mom. That's kind of off.
There are definitely some guys out there though that do that.
I guess what that theory is saying, at least like how I've heard it. Well, I haven't heard that theory exactly, but I think I've heard someone talk about that. Is like, I guess like subconsciously or just kind of like I don't know. I guess like who maybe not like specifically just for relationships. Let's say like for friendships too. Like the people you seek out are based off of kind of like what you have been raised to be. I guess let me rephrase that. I guess like beliefs instilled in you, you're gonna seek out those same things in people in your life, like friendship wise, like relationship wise. Like let's say you were raised.
Well, it's kind of like you're gonna reach out for something that feels comfortable. So whether that was your home, you're gonna try and be near that. Whether that was something toxic, you're gonna try and be near that. Right? Whatever is your base for like norm or comfortable is what you're gonna try and look for in friends. Also partners, kind of.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel as though your friends should also have a mix of like you should be surrounding yourself with people that challenge that, because being comfortable too often is a bad thing.
I don't think it's like
complacent.
All of it's kind of like, I guess like a like subconscious thing that you do, but at the same time it's not like, I think the problem that most people have is like being conscious of like what they're doing or like what the people
being self-aware.
Like it's different when
stop being Delulu. He doesn't like you.
Like some people like will do something, but then they won't. I guess it wouldn't register in their brain like why they're doing. They're just kind of like on autopilot basically, and not everything you do on autopilot is gonna be like good for you or good for people around you. But then once you flick on that switch that like you turn off autopilot and you're in the driver's seat, you're like, oh crap, I've been crashing like for 5 hours straight all my life.
I've been crashing for 5 hours straight. It's crazy.
And then you go like, let me pull over. And pulling over is what we call self-growth. That's what we call personal development. That's what we call working on yourself.
The
You
analogy is crazy.
You change the tires. You call in a mechanic, aka your therapist, to check on the engine to see how we're doing, the core of the machine, right? And then when you feel like you're doing okay or somewhat okay, you keep driving, and you'll
That's hilarious.
you'll break down every once in a while, but you know you're still going.
Y'all gotta listen to Christian more often. You see that analogy he came up with on the spot, bro? Listen.
But it's facts. Most
No,
people
it's
sound
facts. You spitting. It's been a lot of people just kind of float through life and like do, like you said, do things subconsciously, and they act very delusional. Some people purposely are delusional though. Like they would just actively like activate it. And I've seen it firsthand, and I'm like, bro, it's actually kind of sad when you see it. You're like, oh my goodness, you genuinely don't think what you're doing is like messed up. Like you're deluding yourself from, yeah.
Is it like they know it's messed up, but they kind of just ignoring it, or they just generally don't know it's messed up?
Kind of, sometimes it's both. Sometimes like they subconsciously know it's messed up, or like they subconsciously don't. Like it's one of the two. You feel me? Or yeah, exactly. It's like it's one of the two, and it's kind of crazy because you're like, whoa, that's ridiculous. But it is hard to be self-aware because sometimes you're like when you're too self-aware, you end up not doing anything.
Yeah, I've dealt with that. You start
like going back to your analogy. Exactly, going back to your analogy, you pulled over, right? And next you know, you get lost in conversation with the mechanic, right? The car is still there. It hasn't been fixed, right? You kind of just there like, oh, what should I do? You're panicking. You're coming up with 10,000 options, but ultimately you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The car is still there. It's still broken, right? So while you're now aware, you now know what's going on, and you took that break to work. The main thing is now you got to put in the work to get it fixed so you can keep moving.
Yeah.
That's the balance.
Gotta pay what you owe.
Oh, he's spit. Who have you been listening to, bro?
Bro, my brain just. Man's gotta eat, bro.
Man's gotta eat. Bro. Speaking about eating, let's talk about something that all partners like to do, and that's eat. Sorry, that one wasn't as good. I can't lie. I tried.
I actually like that one.
You like that one? That's crazy.
That was cool. Are we actually gonna talk
And
about that now?
Yes, and we're making good time. We at 40 minutes right now, or at least based off of my recording, so probably like 30.
Yeah, around that time.
But yeah, and we're making good time. This is kind of gonna be a M-rated, mature topic. This is mainly for parental people that own children. Yeah, if you don't want to listen to this, leave. Leave a like, and then
Subscribe.
leave a like, subscribe. Follow us on all the socials. Spotify, Apple Podcast.
If you want to
YouTube.
send over some McDonald's, I'll take that too. I'll appreciate
That too. If you want to send us some money, I'll take that too. Struggling college people. I might actually start a GoFundMe because it's getting ridiculous. Follow us on Instagram. Gonna put it up somewhere.
Ooh, I just remember I gotta tell. No, I'll do it afterwards.
You gotta tell me something or tell them something.
Nah, you and Julian, but I'll just say afterwards. Just like an idea I just had before, but I think we've already done it before. But keep going.
But yeah, so follow us on everything, and yeah, so leave a like, and then y'all can go because this is about to be very mature, because we are grown men and we like to have a little bit of fun. Anyway, back to the main topic. Enough promo. Fetishes.
Yeah.
Do you have a fetish, Christian? We're gonna start off with this.
See, with that, it's like I don't think you. Do I?
Oh.
I want to say I do, but I can't say I won't ever though. 'Cause I feel like with that, it's like one of those things that you kind of like. Sounds crazy, but that's just kind of like awakening you.
It does. No. It does.
It's kind of like a diamond. It's like under the right pressure, it exposes itself.
It's very true. That's
so
very
for
true.
now, nah. I mean, for now, nah.
For now, nah.
I'm trying to remember what I said before because that was a bar.
Nah, because it's talking
what I
about.
said before.
You talking about? Cause I said fetishes, and then you talking about yeah, some niggas be having foot fetishes. I'm like, what? You know niggas got foot fetishes? And you like, yeah, they gotta eat. I was like, well, it's crazy.
Nah, I said if a man likes feet, he's gotta eat.
Eat, but that's a bar. It's a bar, not
But
me
honestly,
though.
is
I
don't
can't.
know. What were you saying?
Nothing.
You know, actually, yeah, same question to you.
Yeah, of course. Like, but not. So here's the thing, though. Actually, this is a good thing. So like, I think what you like, what someone likes doing, depends on who they're with. So I'm not gonna
Definitely.
out or go too much into detail because I didn't really ask her permission to. So we're gonna leave that out of there. But I used to not like certain things, right? Like certain things used to madly ick me out. I remember even talking about them. Like, what's one that's appropriate? I don't want to spill information, so I'm not gonna specify. But there would be one thing, right? Oh, easy. And you know, baby names, like calling someone like baby, my slime,
My
Bookarooks,
I haven't heard of slime.
my my peach lemon apple cute, like things like that. My sweet honey apple pie, like things like that. I hated that. Never. I was like, bro, just call me by my name. Say you can even like, cause I be calling everybody bro. So
I've had a similar
don't.
experience with that.
Yeah, like even if you're like,
softened up on that. I'm actually okay with that.
see, and that's what I mean. I'm okay with it with the right person. Nah, I'm still
Yeah.
kind of cause when I hear other people do, I actually want to throw up. I'm like, oh my god, why? Like why? I actually skeeve, but with her, I like it when she does it. So
It's just different. It's just
with her, it's different. It's sweet. It's cute. I like that. But like, not only that, I'm also used to like mad friendly names,
yeah.
right? So like I said, a lot of guys be like, nah, don't call me bro. I'm not dead. I'm like, fam, I'll call her bro. Like, I'll be like, bro, fam, gang them.
Nah,
Cause it's like that's just in my lingo.
Yeah, I've kind of experienced that with just like your friends in general, of like things. I think I don't know if me like 3 years before, it's a lot of things I'm kind of doing now, which isn't like that crazy, just like slightly. Nah. Let me finish. Nothing crazy like that. Just like I don't know, hanging out in different ways than I usually would. Things like that. I'll be like, whoa, you're doing that? And I'm just like, yes, I'm fine with it now. Because, like, with the right people, I don't know what you're thinking here, brain, but it's not.
Okay, freak nasty Christian. Okay.
It's not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking. In general, with the right people, you're more open to certain things, and you might enjoy more with that
That's true.
certain people.
That's true. That's very true. I'm about to say, like I said, there's certain things that you change your mind for the right person for fetish. Now, what's a fetish that's just that's never on the list that you can never do, never ever. Besides the obvious, like the fucking like shit, piss, whatever, like all that. That's obvious. Nobody really want to do that. So unless
No.
okay, I'm about to have to make sure.
What? Bro, who do you think I am?
Bro, had to double check. It's always the quiet ones. You feel me?
Oh my god. How do I say this? Damn, this shit. Trying to keep this shit like M, not N. I'm
What?
still thinking. No, never mind. That
You
made
said
no sense.
M, not N.
Never mind. What were you saying? You go
What do
first.
you mean? What
No,
do you mean?
know,
M,
like,
not.
isn't there like, you know how there's like R rating, right? Like there's PG-13 R. Then there's like N. There's like NC-17.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I don't think most people use that one anymore. But it's like, I might be tier below R. I don't know. I said like M, like mature, and then N, whatever. I'm still thinking about
Got
mine.
you.
But my general consensus is like nothing that's like painful.
Actually, I can't say that. I was about to be like, yeah, but I was like, actually, I can't say that.
Painful
Let
in
me
the
not.
sense that like takes me out the moment, and then I actually.
Okay,
like,
well, that yeah.
nothing like that.
I would say with me, Bondage. Yeah, nah. As a black person, we don't do ropes. At least I don't do ropes. Any type of yarn, tied up, whippage. No, my ancestors would shake their head.
Man,
I would
sometimes you just gotta take it for the
goosebumps.
team.
I'm not taking shit for no team. Okay, that's not happening. So anything like that, any leather too, cause I just anything with leather. I actually don't like the feeling of leather. It's horrible. It looks horrible. It looks chewy. It's weird. I don't like it. So anything with leather is also a big no. It makes me want to die. Pegging. Yeah. Self-explanatory.
That's funny, man. It's just funny when like you talk, cause we haven't talked like in a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So then I don't know, with like friends I've talked to, it's just like a running joke about that. We just joke about that. Not
Fair.
we just joke about that, and it's just funny to hear like someone just bring that shit up.
Fam, you know, back in high school, someone asked me. Sorry.
Yeah, see, sorry, you ain't say shit yet. Someone told me high school. Sorry, bro. I can't say.
Cause I can't I can cause fam, she don't watch this. But one girl actually asked me to peg her. Now, mind you, it was a joke, but she was like, Myles, would you let me peg you? I said no. She was like, I really want to peg a guy. I'm like, why would you even ask me? I get I'm the only guy here, but like, no. Why? Like, I don't think you could try that. You got a lot of years left in your life. You could try that some other time. You feel me? I don't know. I just nothing up the butt. There's nothing up the nothing ever up the butt. We don't do that.
That's probably my number one thing. I don't think I would ever do that.
Unless it's a colonoscopy, because you know we gotta stay healthy out here.
Oh,
you know,
we're
gotta stay healthy out here. You feel me? 20 was it 28, 35? One of the ages we gotta start getting checked. So I'm about to say we gotta stay healthy, but that's it.
You going on the podcast colonoscopy trip?
Yo, listen. Honestly, I'm so down.
Bro, as soon as we can't record anything there. I mean,
no, we'll have the podcast afterwards. Describe the experience.
unless we upload that to a certain website.
Listen, don't talk about OnlyFans. That's Plan N. You feel me?
Nah, I meant that other website. That other one.
What website you talking about?
Is there like a word that rhymes with that? Nah. Corn? Yeah, corn. Corn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. No, that
one.
can't. No, because it's educational. So I wouldn't even put it on there. Nah.
Start at Campfire OnlyFans.
That's actually funny. Ridiculous. I don't think I could ever. Speaking on that, I don't think I could ever do an OnlyFans.
That's
like
not
I think it's Plan Z. It's Plan Z out of my Plan A through 9.
I only have
Plan
like
Z.
3 plans. Low-key, I'm just focused on one. I don't got.
Oh, I'm always focused on the one, but I got all the way until 9. You feel me? Plan B is a dancer for real. Like I'll just become a dancer honestly, because I got moves. I'll just turn it into a job if it ever gets that serious.
Plan F for me is be a baker.
F.
Plan F, yeah. There's just
What
like
was my
random.
Plan F?
There's like just random careers I just find interesting. I feel like being a baker. I would just be like, that'd be a nice career. Just like open up a little shop and then just run a business.
I feel that. Like my Plan X is to be them tennis ball chasers that be chasing after that. That's Plan X. Bro, they make like $80K a year. It's kind of crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Did not know about that.
I'm about to say they breaded, fam.
There is really a job for everything.
And I would do that as my Plan X. Plan L is to become a fashion motherfucker for real. Like, I'm talking about them niggas that be on TikTok that just get wide pants and wide tops. I can do that.
I've seen those. Those just like they'll just make fits. I watch those.
Yeah.
Videos.
Same.
Yeah.
Miles Baguette on top. He's one of my favorites. Like, favorites up there. But he makes me crack up. Like, his chaotic energy, that's the type I can fuck with. I don't normally fuck with chaotic energy, but I like his. It's hilarious.
Gotcha. I've seen
Anyway.
people do that.
But yeah, back to the topic. So that's my list for things that are on, at least the top 3 for things that are like, nah. big nah.
Yeah, me. Nothing extremely painful and nothing but related. Nothing like that.
So if she was to like slap you on your forehead and be like, "Come here, nigga," you being like, "No."
I mean,
Relax.
don't grab me by the locks. That actually hurts. That actually hurts. So that would be extremely painful. So that would be a no.
But I thought you did say you like crazy girls. At least you said that
I
back
never
in like
said that. I
high
never
school.
said that. Why you saying shit on the podcast?
What do you mean? What I'm saying? That's the point of the podcast. Listen,
Nah,
you said
bro.
you were like, yo, I low-key like him a little crazy. I was like, ah.
You know, I probably did say something like that. Listen, times change, people change, and I kind of have a little changed. I don't know. My perspective on certain people have changed over time. So I see things.
Oh.
Yeah. So like crazy, not like trying to see my words. I'll probably explain a little more off the podcast. But so like right here is like, it's just like certain people at a certain point, that kind of like, I guess, interest or like attraction towards those types of people, more people who are kind of like, I guess, more like outgoing or like more, I don't know, I guess spontaneous in a way. Definitely like more chaotic energy. I'll say that. So I won't say I'm a super chaotic person. Under like the right circumstances with the right people, I can be though. But
oh, ladies,
What?
y'all hear that?
No.
Hold on.
But for that, like specifically, it's just kind of like after a certain point, that kind of like thing kind of wears off, and then you see like more of why that person acts that way, and then after that, it could be like either good things or bad things, but usually it's kind of tied to like more toxic stuff or just things that don't really fit with me or like with anyone.
I get that. I mean, I don't like crazy girls, so I like. Just gotta be fun though, innit? It's just, yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. Like, don't be crazy now, cause this is long. I don't like drama.
I'm more so now. I'm just kind of looking for just like, this is a good vibe.
A good vibe. You feel me? I mean, listen, I have a great vibe, and honestly, I might soon be taken. Who knows? You feel me? Who knows? You see my smile, bro?
We definitely gonna talk about the podcast after this.
You see my smile, bro? Oh my god!
Jesus.
Oh my gosh! It's okay. But let's see. We gotta relax though. Cause life is lifing. So it's getting in the way, and I hate that.
Life is lifing. It's hard to separate like relationships, / friendships, away from like that type of stuff, or just like. Anything you're trying to work on like separately. That's
honestly so difficult. And it always comes like, that's the thing, it always comes at like the weirdest times.
It just stacks on top, and it's like, damn, that was bad timing.
Exactly.
Especially money.
Don't even talk about the money. You know what? That's my fetish. Making money. Give me money. I want bread. I don't want to be poor anymore. I want money. I need food.
Oh my God. This summer, in terms of money, bro, I haven't made any like checks. Like, I haven't got any paychecks since like May. I did So after I left college, or after I left my semester, I didn't have a job to work for the summer. So I was looking for a job, and then I found one like, I applied to work at Cinemark end of May, like May 31st is when I sent my application. They got back to me like somewhat middle of June. And then I got hired like a week after that. 2 weeks passed after that, I do like orientation. 2 weeks passed after that, and I like start my first shift, which was like a week ago. So I finally started working. It's just that now I'm trying to figure out whether I want to keep doing it through the semester, or whether I just want to quit once I have to go back. But then the problem now is like, I was supposed to be scheduled for a shift tomorrow, but then they just took me off the schedule. Because they updated the schedule, because I was scheduled for like Sunday and next Wednesday. I looked today, I'm not there for Sunday and just Wednesday. So,
Bombastic side eye.
big side eye.
Criminal offensive side eye. Because that's kind of fake. It's
Yeah,
very fake.
but I wasn't expecting much. You know, my expectations were pretty low at that point.
I mean, it is Cinemark. You know, I'm not going to speak much because just in case they want a brand deal.
I need to speak on a new topic.
Oh.
The reason why so many Americans are obese, bro. Do you know how popcorn is made? Because now I know.
Yes.
It's just so much oil, butter, and salt. That's it. Just oil, butter, and salt. You wanna know? You wanna know the size of a Coke? It's like my forearm. That's how big it is. That's how big it is.
Nah, do you know how to make Chick-fil-A lemonade?
Listen, oh, I actually don't. How do you make that?
So, you get, I think it's like 10. I don't want to use the wrong like measurements, but I'm gonna assume gallons, cause it's like a big white tub, right? You fill up about 2 of that. Is it gallons? It's 10 something. It's like liters or something like that.
Yeah, I'm about to say
No,
that.
it's not liters. Is it liters? I don't know. I'm gonna assume gallons. So you get like 10 gallons, right? 2 of them is lemon juice, which already has a good amount of sugars, but it's healthy. You know, it's just raw lemons. Cool, right?
Natural sugar.
You then get what's something I can compare the size to? You get something like this big, right? It's like a cup. Fill it with sugar, pure white sugar, like the whole thing to the top. Do that twice.
Twice?
Yeah. Fill it up with water
That's mad
to the
sugar.
10. That's how you get Chick-fil-A lemonade.
That's way too much sugar. Damn.
Like you literally go. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And people be getting larges of that with no ice. They're not even diluting it. No
Yeah, some
ice. And then they
people-
be getting that with 30-piece nuggets and they all eating that themselves. Crazy.
Oh yeah, the orders I had to make the first 2 days so far were crazy. Most people, there was like, I don't know, I don't drink Coke anymore. I used to drink it a little bit during like, maybe like middle school, but then I stopped because mom told me that wasn't healthy. So I was like, I'll stop drinking.
Yeah, it can clean dishes and so.
So then instead I started, I mean, I don't really drink soda anymore, but like my favorite soda is just Sprite because Sprite's somewhat okay. It's okay to drink.
Bro, you can't lie. Them Sprites after band practice,
Whew, oh my God.
shit used to hit.
I used to hit. But Cokes though,
Used to hit.
no Cokes. But the amount of people ordering Cokes was like, the average order was just popcorn and Coke. Not popcorn and Sprite. Or popcorn and water. Popcorn and Coke.
Not even sweet tea. They just be Coke.
We don't even got sweet tea, bro. Do we have sweet tea? Might be lying about that. We might have sweet tea.
Imagine just nobody orders it. Like y'all have it. It's just nobody orders
Oh
it.
yeah,
So.
I mean the only thing that people don't, a lot of people don't order the vitamin water. Probably because they don't think we have vitamin
mean,
water. But yeah, it was just like a
it's
lot of
vitamin water. So.
it was just like, damn, I see why. Not to like diss the customers, but some of them were coming in like looking a little bloated, if you know what I mean. Not in a bad way. That does sound pretty bad the way I just said it though. But
Yep.
but like literally, like, I'm gonna stop talking though.
They look big. Okay, let me stop. Listen, I mean, there's some people that are like. So here's the thing. There's some people that are just naturally big bone, and if that's the case,
Yeah.
you're fine. You're chilling. Cause actually, that's the thing. A lot of big bone people are mad healthy too. They just, happen to be bigger. You feel me? They like to eat.
That's
cool.
true.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You feel me? They drink a lot of water. They always smell good.
Which is a feat. That's
Exactly.
a feat.
But then there's also the cases in which it's a disease, like it's unhealthy. Like my roommate. Let me not say that.
Oh, that one guy. Oh, that one guy. Damn. Yeah.
Like, honestly, so the reason why I'm saying this is because it's actually kind of sad and should be talked about. This is one of the things that's kind of like the gray area, right? But we're in the classroom. Well, not me, but he shared a classroom with somebody that I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But long story short, he had to sit on the floor because it was a lecture hall and he couldn't fit in the seats. And those seats, like even for me, like they're kind of tight. I was like, whoa, but I'm long, you feel me? So it's kind of like, whoa, like it's kind of awkward. But it was just him on the floor in the back. And I'm like, that has to be sad. You feel me? Like, to see you, and let's say you have friends in that class, or to see like everybody, like you're the only person in that whole lecture hall that's sitting in the back because you can't fit in a seat. Like that, come on. Like for me, at least for me, if I had gotten that big, I would have been like, this is a wake up call because I gotta get to work.
Once it started affecting like
Like,
your day to day, where you can't sit in seats, where you can't fit through doors.
You can't fit through doors. You can't fit in this or fit in that. Like it's
No,
just
here's
like,
what you
oh,
know.
man.
Here's what you know what's really bad. It's when you are in like a building and you're about to walk into a crowded elevator, and one, you can't fit, and two, if you get on the weight limits, it's like, because there's a weight limit for the elevator. If you're the deciding factor if whether or not that elevator can move or not,
that's actually a good point.
that's the way to go. And
That's
just in general, if you just can't like do basic things well.
Like if you can't take a few steps without having to sit down. Like I saw a TikTok. There was a teacher who was trying to get to the hallway, and they have seats out in the hallway for him to take a break. And I'm like, fam, that's unhealthy. Like there's one thing to be big, but bro, you get big to the point where that's like unhealthy, bro. You can't walk down the hall without you being out of breath. Nah, fam. Because that's your life you playing with, and you should never play with that.
And I will say that, I mean, part of it is the person itself. Like, I feel like you should want to do good things for yourself, or like make it. You should want to be able to have like a good life where you could like do things physically to the point where like you could do them average, like, or pretty well. But at the same time, a lot of like like our country, or like how like the food industry works nowadays, does not support that. It's mostly
Not
against
at
a
all.
lot of people. They don't like, so most like food on display or like fast food in a sense is not good for you. A lot of it's
even
processed.
Even transportation, like a lot of things that you can walk to aren't made walkable, or even if you look up the direction, it'll give you like driving, transit, biking, then walking. You feel me? Like it would give everything else besides like actively working out to get there. You feel me? And then there's also Uber and Lyft, and you have those things too, and it's how did we get on this tangent?
Because I brought up some marketing
Work.
I mean, it is possible. Like, it's always there. There's always like healthy stuff there. It's just kind of like sometimes like the healthy stuff is more expensive though. It just depends how much money you're willing to like, not in a sense like how much you're willing to spend on your life, like your life itself, like living, but like how much you're willing to pay for your like your physicality and your like your health. Because in a way,
and that's another thing too. Health is, like you said, is expensive also, but not addictive neither. Like, because it's just hard to be addicted to things that are like healthy.
Yeah, because a lot of the healthy stuff isn't fun to do or fun to eat. Even though
also tastes like like crap. Like I had a protein cookie the other day. The Quest shit, I wanted to throw up. I don't think I you know how much we love chocolate chip cookies. I couldn't finish it. I was like,
a lot of that stuff tastes like dirt.
Tastes like cardboard, bro. I was like, oh my goodness.
But also, it's just kind of like you can still have like a regular cookie, just like in moderation. Maybe don't eat like maybe 15 cookies every single day. Maybe just kind of like one every other day or every 2 days.
Yeah, honestly, that's it. It's cool. Everything in moderation, just like fetishes. Don't jump in thinking you're gonna do everything, because you're not. You got to start off with the boring positions first.
I have to disagree with that. When it comes to fetishes, man, if you feeling it, have fun, bro. Have fun. If you feeling it, have fun. I'm being so serious too. If you feeling it, just honestly at this point,
if you got the motion, the ocean, just go with the flow. Just go with the motion.
At this point, I genuinely at least like, if as long as it's something that's not of harm to you or the person you're doing with or people you're doing with, like in a bad way, then hey.
I say talk about it first. That's it. If you want to do it, like here's the thing. If you're jumping into it, right, and you got a real big urge to do something, don't follow it the first time. Don't follow it. Just be like, all right, boom. Afterwards, you know, you have that debrief, because you should always have a debrief after every session. You feel me? Just to know how y'all can improve. You feel me? So have a debrief, and then be like, say, so during this, I had an idea to do this. Will that be cool? And if she here or there like, yeah, that's fine, I'm really into that, then that's an all clear to gung ho. Now if they're like, fuck no, that's a clear to be like, oh, it was just an idea. I didn't really want to do it anyway. I was just, stupid in the moment. Play it off. If they're kind of like maybe, then you're like, oh, so just try and persuade. Minor gaslighting. I'm kidding. Don't gaslight.
Gaslighting is crazy. Like, you sure you want that? Maybe you need some time to think about it.
maybe you want to do it.
Are you sure you don't want to do it? Didn't you tell me about this?
I think you want to.
This was your idea.
I think you brought this up to me. Yeah, remember last week you brought this up to me. I think you should.
Like, I don't remember that. I'm like, you sure? Maybe you remember.
You defo did, but I'm telling you. Nah, but if they're like maybe, then that's for you to try and just convince, or just try it and see if she likes it or not. Like, because sometimes they may not know. So if they don't like it, then just be like, damn, well, we tried. If they do like it, then it's time to go. It's time to go.
Yeah,
get together. Go.
Experiencing and seeing other people hear or do stuff in college. People are mad. Listen.
Freaky.
When people are down to do something or like very interested to do something, then they'll get like mad creative about it. Like super creative. Like, not everyone will care about school or doing work, but for certain things, when people are really into it, bro, that's when their brain just starts going off. They'll start thinking of things I would never even thought of. I'm like, that's mad immaculate. That's such a
Christian said you got people that, you ask them to create a problem for math, they're like, I can't do it. You ask them to create a new sex position, they got 20.
If you make it somewhat appealing to someone, they'll do stuff. Make things happen.
Christian's talking to a guy. He's like, yeah, so I put her in the air and left her there. He's like, you did what?
That's crazy.
you did what now? You threw her in the air and just had her floating? He's like, yeah. You feel me? You're like, I didn't even know that was possible.
I'm like, neither did I. That's why I'm here and not in school.
That's too funny.
But it's true though.
But yeah, honestly, not only that, a lot of people our age mentally fucked in the head. Like, I've heard some crazy stories of what some people are into, and I'm like, bro, you are so 20. How were you into that?
That's what I'm talking about. It's just like
you're 20.
Things I would never even thought of. It's like, wow, man. I wonder how, I don't even know.
I'm like, what happened to you? I'm so sorry. Because what happened?
Yeah.
I'm not shaming you. You like what you like, but it's this, you're 20.
It's just like some people, they'll have, they'll have, boundaries for themselves. There'll be, a point where, after this point, it's, no return. I can't go beyond this point. Because after that, then I'm just, down in the
for
pits.
everything.
But some people, they live in the pits. That's where their home is. They're used to that. So, it's like if you had no line for yourself, no boundary for yourself, you're more willing to do really anything because you don't really care anymore. You just do whatever.
You're just down to get freaky and nasty and dirty.
And I don't know, for some people, I guess they could work with that. Some people can't.
Some people can't. Again, it's also completely fine to not be into anything. There's nothing wrong with a bit of vanilla. Is it boring? Yes. But it's nothing. Nah, I'm joking. Because listen, sometimes you don't want to always have to, have a nasty, raw dog and set. Sometimes you want to have a bit more romance. A bit more class. A bit more Jean Français. I'm kidding. Let me stop. Just want to be a little bit more normal. And that's completely fine. Especially if you're tired. There's nothing wrong with the side. The side is perfectly fine. Y'all both tired. So it's just a little and that's it. You feel me?
Oh my God.
We're going down in the pits. Anyway.
We're down in the pits now.
I think it's time to wrap up this episode.
What did I use this here intro? Outro. Yeah, if you like the episode, like, subscribe, comment, all that. We'll put the socials and everything down in the description. For editor Julian to put down there once he gets hired back.
Yeah, and tell us if you want us to keep him or not. Y'all decide. You know, if we should hire Julian or fire him.
What else? We can't guarantee when we'll be back.
Yeah,
sadly, but
we might be back here next year. We might be back here next week.
When we have time to, we'll be here. So yeah, there
Hope
also
y'all had
might
fun.
be. What does it say? Oh, this is like a new format, so there might be technical difficulties here and there. We don't want to know for this episode because we're doing it right now, and hopefully they're not because we want it to just go well, but we don't know for now. So if there's any like problems or anything you think we can improve on, then just let us know, and we'll keep trying to do our thing on this podcast.
And make this better for when that we can still have some momentum after we graduate, because then we're going to do bigger things, you feel me? Once we get some money and some stability, we're going to do some big things. We got to eat, man. We got to eat, you feel me?
So,
but yeah, hopefully y'all had fun.
And any closing thoughts?
A bit of advice: listen to Christians. Have fun.
I should
be
make
safe.
a book of like. Oh, keep going.
That's
All right, my closing thoughts is I should make a book of analogies because that car analogy
that's crazy.
That was straight off the dome. Not trying to brag.
Nah, brag. It's fine. Brag.
My closing thought is if you ever feeling down in life, you need some guidance, that one like oomph for some faith. Just remind yourself.
Man's gotta eat. Man's gotta eat. Man's gotta eat. Chefing up, cooking.
That's the end of the podcast. So
that's the end of the podcast. So we'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.